Welcome to the all-new Hoop Nova, your ultimate source for everything basketball.
The NBA offseason is already turning into complete chaos, and somehow LeBron James is right in the middle of it once again. According to recent reports from NBA insider Mark Stein, the Golden State Warriors are emerging as a legitimate threat to sign LeBron. What's even crazier is the idea that LeBron could potentially stay living in Los Angeles and simply commute to San Francisco during the season. That sounds unbelievable, but it shows just how serious this situation may actually be. And honestly, this summer is shaping up to be one of the wildest off-seasons in NBA history. For months, everyone has been focused on Giannis Antetokounmpo and his future with the Milwaukee Bucks. Many fans believed that his situation would finally be resolved before the NBA draft. Reports suggested that Milwaukee wanted clarity quickly, giving fans hope that the drama was almost over. But then another report changed everything. Insider Chris Haynes revealed that the Giannis situation could potentially drag deep into free agency and possibly beyond July. If that happens, NBA fans might have to endure another long summer filled with rumors and speculation. Still, as massive as the Giannis storyline is, LeBron James may end up stealing all the headlines. At one point, a return to Cleveland looked surprisingly realistic. LeBron even liked social media posts featuring him in a Cavaliers jersey, causing fans to dream about one final homecoming. However, the financial reality makes that scenario nearly impossible. The Cavaliers currently don't have the cap space to offer LeBron a major contract. In fact, they could only offer him a deal close to the veteran minimum unless they completely reshape their roster. That would require moving major salaries and sacrificing key contributors who helped them become one of the Eastern Conference's top teams. Simply put, Cleveland likes the idea of bringing LeBron back, but they are not desperate enough to dismantle their roster for him. That leaves us with two serious options. The first is the obvious one, the Los Angeles Lakers. Despite all the rumors, the Lakers remain the favorites to keep LeBron. His family lives in Los Angeles, he has built his entire life there, and the Lakers can offer him the biggest financial package. On top of that, the team remains competitive, especially with Luka Doncic now becoming a major centerpiece of the franchise. Leaving all of that behind would not be an easy decision. But then there are the Golden State Warriors. This is where things get truly interesting. LeBron has never hidden his admiration for Stephen Curry. During Team USA's Olympic run, fans witnessed incredible chemistry between the two superstars. They played together seamlessly and looked like they had been teammates for years. LeBron himself even admitted that if he could choose any current NBA player to team up with, his answer would be Stephen Curry. That statement alone immediately fueled speculation around the league. Financially, Golden State may actually have a path to making it happen. Reports suggest that the Warriors could clear enough salary space to offer LeBron a significant contract using their available exceptions. Imagine a roster featuring Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler competing together. Even if all of them are in the later stages of their careers, that level of basketball IQ, experience, and championship pedigree would instantly make Golden State one of the most fascinating teams in the NBA. Of course, there are still countless questions. Would LeBron really leave Los Angeles? Would the Lakers allow one of the greatest players in franchise history to walk away? And can Golden State actually pull off what many believe is their ultimate dream scenario? Right now, nobody truly knows. But one thing is certain, this NBA offseason is far from over. Between the Giannis uncertainty, potential superstar trades, and now the possibility of LeBron joining forces with Stephen Curry, basketball fans are about to witness a summer filled with non-stop drama. And if even one of these rumors becomes reality, the entire balance of power in the NBA could change overnight. The NBA offseason has officially entered chaos mode, and every single day brings another unbelievable rumor. Just when everyone thought the Giannis Antetokounmpo sweepstakes would dominate the summer, another shocking possibility has emerged: the Golden State Warriors may be preparing for an all-in move that could completely reshape the league. And we're not talking about just LeBron James anymore. There is now growing speculation that Golden State could attempt to acquire both LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard in the same offseason. Yes, you heard that correctly. Imagine a lineup featuring Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green. On paper, it sounds like an NBA 2K fantasy team. but recent reports suggest the Warriors are exploring every possible superstar option after their chances of landing Giannis have significantly cooled. Earlier in the year, Golden State was heavily linked to Giannis. There were reports of serious discussions and speculation that the Warriors were preparing a massive package to bring the two-time MVP to the Bay Area. But now, according to league insiders, Golden State has fallen behind in the Giannis race, with teams like Miami and Boston reportedly becoming stronger contenders. That forces the Warriors to move to plan B, and that plan B could be Kawhi Leonard. The situation in Los Angeles has become incredibly confusing. The Clippers recently began reshaping their roster and have surprisingly accelerated their rebuilding process. They have managed to add younger talent and valuable assets while maintaining flexibility for the future, which raises an obvious question. If Kawhi just completed one of his healthiest and most productive seasons in years, isn't this the perfect time to trade him? His value may never be higher. A healthy Kawhi Leonard remains one of the best two-way players in basketball. He still possesses championship experience, elite defense, and the ability to dominate playoff games. From a business standpoint, moving him now for future assets appears to make perfect sense. However, reports indicate that Clippers owner Steve Ballmer remains strongly opposed to trading Leonard and instead wants to continue building around him. That decision has left many NBA fans confused. The Clippers have limited draft assets and few obvious paths toward constructing another championship roster. Trading Kawhi could potentially provide the young players and draft capital necessary to begin the next era of Clippers basketball. Unless this could all be part of a negotiating strategy. Some around the league believe these reports may simply be an attempt to increase Kawhi's trade value. If teams think the Clippers are unwilling to move him, they may become more aggressive with their offers, and right now, some rumored packages simply aren't enough. There has been speculation that Golden State's current proposal could involve only the 11th overall pick and injured veteran contracts. For a player of Kawhi's caliber, that likely wouldn't be nearly enough. Meanwhile, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr reportedly has a very clear message for the front office. If you're going to make a huge move, make it count. Do not sacrifice the future for a minor upgrade. Golden State doesn't want to trade away valuable assets for players who only slightly improve their championship odds. They want genuine superstars, players who can immediately transform the team into title favorites. That means names like Giannis, LeBron, or Kawhi. Anything less may not be worth the risk. But while all of this superstar drama unfolds, another surprising storyline has quietly emerged around Trae Young. Recent reports suggest that Young could decline his massive player option and test free agency, while still expecting significant interest from teams around the league. At first glance, this seems shocking. Just a few months ago, there were rumors that Atlanta was struggling to find serious trade partners for him. So what changed? The answer may actually have very little to do with Trae himself. The NBA's new lottery system is dramatically altering how teams approach rebuilding. Under the updated rules, finishing with one of the league's worst records no longer guarantees elite draft positioning. In fact, being among the bottom 3 teams now comes with substantial risk. As a result, many organizations are trying to avoid completely bottoming out, and that's where Trae Young becomes interesting. Some executives reportedly view him as the perfect player to keep a team competitive enough to avoid disaster while still maintaining long-term flexibility. It may sound harsh, but the perception is essentially this. Trae can help you win games, generate excitement, and remain respectable without necessarily pushing your team into championship contention. Several teams fit that description perfectly. The Brooklyn Nets possess enormous cap space and continue searching for a true star to lead their young core. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bulls remain stuck in the middle, rebuilding while also trying to stay relevant in a major market. Both franchises could potentially have interest. Then there is Jaylen Brown. The Celtics star continues to be involved in endless trade rumors, particularly in hypothetical Giannis deals. Publicly, those rumors have been dismissed, but in the NBA, denials don't always mean much. Front offices frequently keep discussions private until deals suddenly emerge out of nowhere. Brad Stevens, in particular, has built a reputation for operating in complete secrecy. If Boston genuinely has a chance to acquire Giannis, Almost nobody believes every player on the roster would be untouchable. However, reports indicate that Jaylen Brown has little interest in joining Milwaukee. The problem? He still has years remaining on his contract. Ultimately, if a trade happens, he may not have much control over the destination. He could even become part of a larger multi-team deal that sends him somewhere entirely unexpected, and that's what makes this offseason so fascinating. Nobody truly knows what will happen. LeBron could stay in Los Angeles or join Golden State. Kawhi could remain with the Clippers or become trade bait. Giannis may stay in Milwaukee or completely change the balance of power in the NBA. Trae Young could suddenly become one of the most sought-after names on the market, and we haven't even fully discussed De'Aaron Fox and the growing speculation surrounding his future after a disappointing postseason. One thing is certain: this NBA offseason has the potential to become one of the craziest summers basketball fans have ever witnessed, and the biggest moves may still be ahead of us.